Hey guys, JJ here, and today at PlayStation 5's showcase event, we got a brand new trailer for Resident Evil 8 Village. Now, was it any good? Did it kind of live up to our expectations and hype? Well, I've gotten time to kind of watch it over a few dozen times, take it all in, and today I want to discuss the trailer and give my thoughts. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So for starters, my overall thoughts on the trailer was it was a bit underwhelming. There was no really big reveals, not like we had in the first trailer, but at the same time, they didn't show too much. So they didn't really spoil anything, and that's a good thing. We want to go into the game surprised, we don't want to have too many reveals, but there was some good things that this trailer did, and that's kind of what I want to discuss today. So right away, the biggest thing that stood out in this trailer was the atmosphere and environments. They looked phenomenal graphically, but just the overall style of them, they're very cold and dark. They really add to that atmosphere, you know, that Resident Evil is known for. Atmosphere is a big deal. Look at the Spencer Mansion from Resident Evil 1, the RPD from Resident Evil 2, Raccoon City from Resident Evil 3, and now with Resident Evil 8, the village is going to be the centerpiece. So I'm really looking forward to that. And while it was kind of showcasing some of these environments, I got some big Resident Evil 4 vibes. So if they are in fact remaking Resident Evil 4, I wouldn't be surprised if they use the same assets. So if there is a Resident Evil 4 remake, I have a feeling it's going to look a lot like Village. We get a little bit more on Chris and Ethan's dynamic. They're really setting Chris up to be the villain. And you know, right now we don't have much on that other than we can theorize and speculate. I don't think Chris is really going to be the bad guy. I think they're setting it up that way to kind of have a twist and actually have him be the good guy. But we'll see in time. Get to see a little bit more of the old lady, and she looks pretty batshit crazy, not gonna lie. But going off of the end of the trailer, it looks like that old lady isn't the merchant, so we'll get into that in a little bit. Another thing this trailer showcases is the new enemies. They look savage. Now, earlier leaks suggested that the zombies in the game would be very medieval and carry weapons. They also alluded to werewolves. Well, it looks like in a few scenes here, the werewolves are the zombies. So it's some sort of werewolf-zombie hybrid, and they are able to carry weapons, so they're much more intelligent. Again, it really reminds me of the Ganados from Resident Evil 4. I think this will make the combat a little more challenging as they have a little bit more intelligence, a little more difficult, and you know, I'm really interested to kind of see how that plays out. It's not the zombies that we're kind of used to with Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes recently, but it is something new and interesting, so I'll have to see some gameplay to really kind of formulate my thoughts on that. Then we get this sort of Tim Burton fairy tale sort of animation, which I thought was pretty neat. I think if they're going to be telling a folk tale, it's cool to have that kind of go over it to explain what is being said. Earlier leaks also said that the intro of the game would have this sort of animation to the fairy tale or folk tale, whatever you want to call it, and that's kind of what we see here. You know, it's not going to be a big part of the game, but it is just an interesting way to kind of showcase what is being told. Then moving on, we kind of got a group of some familiar faces we've seen in the previous trailer and some new faces kind of formulating around this prayer area. The salt is kind of in the shape of the fetus we see in some of the past clips and from Resident Evil 7, which I think is really cool. I like that they're kind of embracing this sort of religious cultism. I think it's interesting, and it's not something that has really been explored in the Resident Evil series since Resident Evil 4, so I'm kind of interested to see a little bit more of this, but I really like that dynamic and that theme. One thing about this I found interesting was they are praying to Mother Miranda. Now that's a name we haven't heard before, so this must be the lady they worship. Now, is this the lady in white? Is this an all-new character? I guess we'll have to see more to know. And then that kind of leads us to the end of the trailer, the post title scene, which I thought was very exciting. This new character who we see smoking a cigar looks very much like the Penguin, and he says, "If you're just looking, window shop away," which heavily alludes that this will be the new merchant character in Resident Evil Village. That's got me really excited. I love that feature in Resident Evil 4. It really added a new level to the game that was much more engaging. You wanted to explore, you wanted to collect the coins, you wanted to collect the gems, you wanted to sell them and upgrade your weapons, and the fact that they're bringing that back to this game, it's got me really excited, so I really hope that is the merchant character. And again, there wasn't really a whole lot in this, so that's pretty much all of it. You know, a little underwhelming, but if Capcom is going to be showcasing more at Tokyo Game Show in 2 weeks like they said they would, then this was good enough to tie me over until then. So that's my thoughts, but now I'm curious to know what you guys think. I know this game is a little mixed in the Resident Evil community because it is so different from what we're used to, so I know some of you are kind of on the fence. You know, did you like it? Did you not like it? Don't just say, yeah, I like it or I didn't like it. let's, actually explain why in the comments and let's have a discussion about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for all the latest Resident Evil 8 Village news. The Residents of Evil is a Patreon supported channel and also supported by our YouTube members. If you guys would like to help support us and unlock some perks in return, links will be down below in the description. We really appreciate it. Thank you. As always, thank you for watching this video, and we hope to see you back at the Residents of Evil.